overstayed your visa. What happens if you overstay your visa? Hey everybody, my name is Marcella Dominguez at the law firm of Marcella Dominguez. I am helping you with all your business needs. Scroll down into the description, my email is there. It's always free to send me a question. If you're watching this video, it's probably because you are worried about what happens if you overstay your visa here in the United States. Maybe you're already in this situation or you just want to understand your options. But don't worry, I'm going to explain everything clearly and guide you through it. First, let's walk through the problems of overstaying a visa here in the US. The first thing you should know is that overstaying your visa can cause a few serious problems. Let's start with one of the most important problems, which is making money securing a job. If you are in the United States without a valid visa or work permit, it will be very hard to find a job. Employers usually ask for proof that you're allowed to work legally in the United States. They want to see that you either have a work permit, a green card, or that you are a US citizen. And without this proof, most employers will not hire you. This makes it very difficult to support yourself or pay for things like rent, housing, food, etc. And since we're on the topic of housing, renting a place in the US can be really expensive, especially if you find yourself in a big city like New York, Los Angeles, Miami, San Francisco. You catch my drift. So many people who overstay their visa end up living with friends or family. But some people are not so lucky. Perhaps they do not have friends or family, or they can't even get a rental by themselves because they don't have the correct documents to prove that they are in the United States legally. So without a job, it's even harder to pay for rent. So what happens if you leave the US after overstaying your visa? You stayed in your favorite city, New York City, for a long time. You decide to leave even after you've overstayed your visa. What happens? You might face a re-entry ban. Depending on how long you have overstayed, you can be banned from coming back for 3 years or even 10 years. That means if you want to return to the US, you'll have to wait a really long time. And leaving the United States doesn't guarantee you can come back either. When you apply for a new visa, the US Embassy will see that you overstayed your visa once before, and this could make it even harder for you to get approved if you reapply. But can you come back sooner if you've overstayed? If you've overstayed your visa and your application to return to the US is denied, do not lose hope. You may be able to apply for a non-immigrant visa waiver. This waiver can help explain why you overstayed, and in some cases, it can help you get approved to come back to the US earlier than expected. So what are your options if you have overstayed? Let's be solution-oriented. If you've overstayed your visa, there are a few paths to consider. One option is staying under the radar. Some people decide to live and work in the US without telling anyone about their visa status. They might find jobs that don't ask for a work permit, or they might start a small business. For some, this works for a while, but the risk is always there. So without the right visa or legal status, you're always worried about being caught or losing everything. But don't worry, there are better options if you want to fix your situation. Can you apply for a green card or permanent residency? While in the US, in some cases, if you have overstayed, you can still apply for a green card here in the US without needing to leave. This is called adjustment of status. And there are a few ways to do this. If you are a spouse of a US citizen, for example, that means you are married to a US citizen and you might be eligible for a green card. You might be the parent of a US citizen, a son or a daughter who is a US citizen and at least 21 years old, then you can file for a green card. You also have an asylum or humanitarian option. If you have been a victim of domestic violence, human trafficking, you might be able to apply for a green card through programs like Asylum or the U visa for victims of crime. There are other ways to fix your status. So if you have a US citizen family member like a parent or a spouse, they might be able to help you get a green card through family sponsorship. This process can take some time, but it's a strong option for many people. If you have a US employer who wants to sponsor you for a work visa, that is also a possibility. But keep in mind, if you've overstayed, this can be complicated. You might need to apply for a waiver to go back to your home country for an interview at a US embassy. So if you've overstayed your visa and you do not know what to do next, please send us an email because it is always free to do so. We can help you find the best way forward. At the law firm of Marcella Dominguez, we do speak English, Spanish, French, and a little bit of Japanese and a little bit of Portuguese. We want to help clients just like you who are facing immigration challenges and you're not quite sure how to proceed. We try to make this complicated process as easy and understandable as possible so you don't feel lost. We know how stressful this situation can be, so we work quickly to help you get back on track. But before you go, if you found this video helpful, please do not forget to hit the thumbs up button down below. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We also send out email newsletters regularly, and those are free. So make sure you scroll down into the description where you can find my email and you can find the easy sign up for the newsletter. It's always free to contact me. Please don't forget. And if this video was helpful, please catch that video right there, as it's a really great follow-up to this immigration video. So if you've overstayed your visa and you're looking for answers, we're just an email away. We're here to help you either change your status, apply for a green card, or simply get expert advice. Contact us and let us get you on the right path, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.